everyone, Linda Reed-Enever, and welcome to another Tips Tuesday session. We are definitely back in the world of 2021 for this year, and I'm excited to have you all here. Now, I thought what better way to start off our Tips Tuesday sessions than with the world of Facebook, because Facebook have rolled out a number of changes that will affect us as business owners this year. So last year you saw the new page design setup come through, and that changed out how our tabs looked, how our navigation as business owners looked, and a number of things from there that helped us, get set up. But today in particular, what we are going to look at and what we're going to explore is we are going to explore what happens with this new page experience that's about to roll out. And the page experience is about being able to have some more control and some more functionality over your pages and get involved and have some discussions that way. So it's not a bad thing, but it's also something that we need to be prepared for. And as with all things Facebook, changes happen. So we are definitely going through the world of changes when it comes to this sort of thing. But there are some key things that you need to know as business owners. Now, there is no need to dramatically panic. This rollout is going to happen over time, and it's going to happen over the coming months. Now, whether month means 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, we don't really know. But what we do know is we do need to make sure that when we opt in, and at the moment this new page experience is something you can opt in for. So when we do opt in, we want to make sure that we are opting in for the right circumstances and the right reasons. So we want to really make sure that we are choosing the right reasons to opt in for this, and really make sure that we've got our bases covered, because we will lose some features along the way. And that's the last thing we want to do. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to lose any features, or I don't want to lose stuff without knowing that I've had a chance to be able to take it away. Lan, how are you this morning? I hope you're doing really, really well. If you are here, please come and say hello. This is my first Tips Tuesday back for 2021. I'd love to hear what you guys have been up to, what you're working on in your business in the comments, and I will come back and answer. If I don't answer live here in the live, I'll come back and answer post-session to see how we're going to go. Now, I did promise our BBB crew I was going to share this through to business this morning, so I'm just going to see if Facebook has given us the time. It has. It's come up. I'm just going to share that video now through to the group, and then we will get started. Here we go. Share to business. Okie dokie, let's go. Here we go. My morning this morning is great. Okay, so I'm going to share it through the business community, and then we will definitely get started on this session so that you guys can get your morning back. I'm definitely here with a cup of coffee this morning because I need it, and we're only a couple of days back into high school. So as I said, if you're here, please say hi, please introduce yourself, please let us know. Now, in the top of the video up the top, you will see that I've included some links about Facebook about this new page experience announcement. Now, the page experience announcement means we're going to lose a few features. We're going to refine a few things, and we are also hopefully going to get a few features back along the way, because some of the features that are going away are apparently only going away for a little period of time, and fingers crossed some of them are, because there's a few that I like and a few that I would like to see coming back. But the first thing I want to cover with you all is right now, as the page experience comes across, we're going to lose the reviews tab. So there'll be obviously recommendations. But as far as yourpage.com/reviews, Haley, it comes through. That's going to mean that you are going to lose that top opt tab there. So what I suggest, and I actually suggest to you guys to do this on a regular basis, not only just for now, and for those of you who've got a business life planner, put it in your business life planner, and make sure that you're making this one of your monthly tasks. Jump in and make sure that you have got your reviews. So you've taken a copy of the reviews that is left on your Facebook page. Now, if you're wanting to know how to find your reviews, you can just go across to your page name and then just put /reviews. So if you just put /reviews on your page link, you're great. So Leanne, you're one of the few people who've got the new page experience already. Wow, we don't have it here yet. So I'm keen to see none of my pages. I even made a brand new page to see if we could get one, have it. So I am running a little bit blind, but I'm glad that you're doing it, and you can switch back. So you can, from what I understand, you can actually switch back to the classic, but you might lose a few things along the way there too. So the first thing you're going to need to go and do is make sure that you've got your reviews. Make sure that you've got all of those, and you've got a copy of them. Now, this is good customer service. This is a good process anyway, because social media, any reviews we have on Facebook, on Google My Business, or any platform is a rented platform. So we don't own them. So make sure that you do go and get your reviews. That is the number one thing that I could strongly suggest to you now. And do add that as a task in your business life planner. Add that as a task in your calendar if you don't have a business life planner, and make sure that you are getting that through and adding that as a monthly to-do thing, a monthly thing that you're going to check in regularly for. I'm just going to pop the link into the BBB website for those of you who are looking. There is about 5 business life planners left. So I'm just going to put the book into the ebook section and you can go and grab one. Beautiful. Okay. The other thing that you need to have a look at about going through this process is likes and follows. They're going to become one, but they're not going to merge. So what has happened in the past is people can like your page. So they can like your page and they can follow your page. And normally if the action was happening, they do both at once. What's happening now is it's going to be just followers. So from my point of view, that's not a bad thing. My page technically has more followers than it has likes, which is great. So my numbers are going to increase, which we can't be that upset about when it comes to those sorts of things. But what it does mean is we need to think about before we make this switch across. So there are people who will have liked your page to support your page and your business. And they will have liked it and they'll have given the thumbs up, but they've gone, I just really want to support the page. I don't particularly want to see it in my newsfeed. And that's where the follow option had been. People could unfollow it so they didn't have to see it in their newsfeed regularly, or they could take a break, or they could do those sorts of things. And Facebook had presented that option to many, many people to be able to do. And that's where the follow and the unfollow thing has gone. And also followers had been around for a little while, but for a little while last year. They come in and people were able to follow a page, but they didn't have to like it. So you would have noticed that those numbers on your pages might have been slightly out, skewing in one way or another. With this new one coming across, it's about streamlining the page experience and the transparency of numbers, which is what Facebook have been talking about. So they are going to remove likes and followers are going to be the one that we're coming through with. So this is where it's a really big thing that I would suggest posting a couple of announcements to people who like your page that might, come and visit and see, and let people know that you're about to switch over to the new page experience. So when we get access to the page experience, I believe it's a voluntary opt-in. I believe you get the option. It'll pop up on your screen. And, this is all of us in the Facebook world are hearing is it'll pop up on your screen and you'll be able to opt into it. Before you opt in, make sure that you make a couple of announcements to your people that we're about to move over to the new page experience. Because with any new features, and we know Facebook's been a bit glitchy in pages in the last couple of months again, with any new change or any new thing, there's going to be bugs. So you want to explain to your people what's happening. You want to guide them through the process that you're moving over to this new page experience. And when you do that, just make a few announcements. Let them know what's about to happen. Let them know what's going to be there and what's not going to be there. Now, there are a couple of things that we will need to just be aware of in addition to the reviews. So what's new in this new system is we got a redesigned layout that's simpler. We've got a dedicated newsfeed to discover and join in conversations and follow trends and interact with peers and fans as your pages. And I've heard from some people that they've been able to follow and interact with people who've got a more public profile as their page. I haven't seen that personally myself yet, but I've heard that that's out there. They've got updated task-based admin controls. So you can give your page admins full control, partial access. You can restrict, you get to basically decide how much access you're going to give to your people. Now, I see that to be a really handy thing, especially when it comes to things like page messages and all of those sorts of things. To be able to have full control over how much access to messaging and that people get is going to be a big one. So that's a bit of a positive from there. We've got actionable insights. So apparently the insights are going to get even more detailed. And if you aren't using your insights on social media, go and check them out. Look at those key things about when are your people online? How are they interacting? What's your most interacted content? And make sure that you are engaging and you're looking at being able to do that. They are putting in some more safety and integrity features to detect spammy content and impersonator accounts. Now, if you notice on my account, I have a blue tick, and that's a blue tick verification that, you know, you basically jump some hoops through Facebook to get. But that blue tick verification means that, you know, the page is mine. It's my public figure page. And that verification process looks like it's coming back with this new page experience, which I strongly recommend that you all do. For those of you who saw when my page got hacked last year, it was that blue tick, it was that verification, those hoops that I jumped through, and the ID that I had provided Facebook that was able, it sped up the process of us being able to get that Facebook page back under our control. So do make sure, it was like, God, it was 2 years ago now. It wasn't last year, it was the year before. It was 2019, 2020 just went too fast. But yeah, have a look at that and look at making sure that you're looking at those things. They're saying the page layout is going to be a lot simpler and a lot easier for people to find. We'll see how that goes. I'm always a little bit skeptical about what's simpler and easier until I see it. There is a new Q&A format, and it's going to be text-based Q&A where you can have a Q&A type conversation. So you can ask a question of your audience, and might have seen this in groups. The Q&A format's rolled out in groups, definitely, where people have asked a question and then you see a number of answers underneath it. Same situation. You can ask a question, you can run a Q&A, and you can really engage with your people that way. And that's going to be quite cool to be able to tap into and get in access into. So the Q&A format is rolling out. Once again, I don't have access to it yet, but it looks like it's going to be great. And Facebook has said they really are focusing on quality discussions, quality education, quality interactions this year. So if we're putting our content out and we're having Q&A, I do love the Q&A cards and groups in it too. I am with you. I love them to bits. I think they're awesome. So just have a look at it, make sure that you include Q&A as part of your marketing strategy this year, because it's a big one. We want to make sure that we've got Q&A in there and we've got it lined up so that we are using it, because Facebook are delivering the tools. They're delivering the cards and groups. They're going to deliver it to your Facebook page on the new Facebook page experience. If they're delivering you a new tool, and especially across the board, chances are, if you use it, your reach and your engagement are going to go up. Same with YouTube, same with any social channel. If they're putting something new out there, guess what? They want us to use it. So if you jump in and use it, you're able to get in there. So the safe place is going to be detecting activities not available on the platform, including hate speech, violent, sexual, and spammy content. And they're looking at the verified page badge. So they're expanding the visibility of that verified badge. As I said, verified pages can comment on another public's post, may appear higher. So the verification is going to be good. So if you can go through that verification process, and I'm not sure how they're going to roll it out yet, but if you can go through that verification process, it's going to rank on public posts at just that little bit higher. So, jumping through the hoops, and it's not too many hoops. Well, it wasn't when I did it, but that was a while ago. Jumping through the hoops to get the verification, improving who you are will definitely be worthwhile. And from a trust point of view, with your audience, it shows that you are trusted. Okay, so there's lots of articles on how to transition with the new Facebook page experience, and I'm going to pop a link in here, Facebook's details. For those of you who've got it, let me know how it goes. Feel free to share some screenshots. Now, there are some stuff that we are going to lose. And where did I have that? I know I had that in the feed up this morning. There are things like jobs and marketplace listings were going to disappear off that list. And just give me a second. I'm just going to make sure that I can tell you what it is. So the new features we'll have is easier switching the Facebook newsfeed for the page to follow other public figures, brands, and partners, which we technically have on our page already. That's already starting to roll out on the classic pages. The new page management. There's Instagram account linking. And for those of you who've been having a little bit of trouble linking Instagram accounts to pages at the moment, we have been going through something similar here. I think this will hopefully solve that just a little bit for you, and updated insights. And as I said, the control. Now, they're working on some integrations for classic pages into the new pages features, but page likes, that's going to be one. So once again, if someone likes your page and is also a follower, they will still follow your new page. If someone only likes your page but does not follow it, then they won't transition across. Now, don't stress too much about it. If people aren't following you in the newsfeed, they're not engaging with you anyway. So we want to make sure that we're bringing our followers across. We want to make sure that they're doing that sort of stuff. Publishing tools such as notes and pin posts posts and scheduled posts and cross-posting might go away from this current new page experience. Now, if you're using a page scheduler, I don't believe you're affected, but using the Facebook scheduler. Now, I think that Facebook schedule is going to come back in. I don't think they're going to look at disappearing on that one. The other one is business features such as jobs, appointments, offers, and marketplace listings might also disappear for a little while. And I think these are some of the ones that they'll look at bringing back in as well. And then classic page features such as reviews, check-ins, and the page template. So remember when you set up your Facebook page, the reviews do go away. Leanne. So remember when you set up your Facebook page, you had the template options and you could optimize. Don't know what the new experience is going to be like. I think it's going to be very standardized in how it works. You can still pin posts. That is awesome. It's really interesting. So they have said some of these features are going to roll away and then come back. So we don't know exactly what that is going to be. Now, as I said, there is at the very start of this video, there is no need to panic. Eileen. Sorry, I'm saying it as Leanne on my screen. Sorry, apologies for that. Eileen. So there's no need to really panic at this stage. It's a voluntary opt-in. It is rolling out, and not everyone has access to this new pages. We don't have access on 9 of the brands that we run here. There's not one here. So I'm worried if not Australia, but maybe we're not going to get it in Australia just at the moment. When you do opt in, just make sure that you've taken a copy of your reviews. You've let people know if there's any jobs or pin post text that you don't have anywhere else. Make sure that you've got a copy of it. Make sure that you have made a couple of announcements to people before you switch over to this new page experience. Now, the reality of this is it is rolling out. At the moment, it's voluntary, and at the moment, we can switch back. But if we do switch back, we are not getting all of those classic page features back. That has been something Facebook has said. So please be aware that if you switch and you want to switch back, you may be not going to get everything back to your account at the same time. So just be aware that when you hit that button, you need to be prepared to have walked away from the features at that point in time that Facebook have said you're not going to get throughout this process. But reality of it is, we've been using Facebook since 2000. Well, for business and business pages, I've been using Facebook for longer than that. Since 2009, we launched Family Capers on it. We used to be fans. Well, there wasn't business pages in those days. It was just personal profiles. Then there was business pages, and then there was all of this sort of stuff. There has been many, many changes within Facebook over the time, including pages and how pages work. It is about rolling with it. It is about navigating it. And working with those changes and the tool that allows you to be able to connect with your audience and do it slowly. And as I said, okay, beautiful. That's awesome. If you switch back, you'll lose all the posts that you made in the new experience. So once you bite the bullet, I reckon bite the bullet. That's what I'm going to say. And if we do that, we will most probably bite the bullet and bite the bullet properly. So guys, look at it, review it, make sure you are ready. Take a copy of those reviews, take a copy of anything that you think you're going to lose. And it's really actually quite good behavior and quite good, skills to make sure that you do copy your social posts and you do copy the stuff that you've had a look at and copy the engagement. And do have a look at your insights and make sure that your insights are engaging and what's happening with your insights, so that you can make sure that your insights transfer across. So what happened before the new page experience, what happened on the new page experience. So first thing today, go check out your followers versus your likes. I would share to my personal profile and go, hey, if you followed my business page in the past, if you liked my business page in the past, but you're not a follower, could you hit the follow button just to make sure that we increase our numbers? But once again, remember, Nicole, they're up the top, should be up the top of the Facebook posts that I put, all the YouTube videos. So they're linked with the videos on how to be able to do it. Oh, you also get to add links to all your other social accounts. We can do that. You should be able to do that in your Facebook page already. You should be able to add links to all your other social accounts already under the settings and under the about settings. So this is more, I think, more to do with feed rather than page design at this stage. But I'll grab you the link as well, just one more time, for the new page experience that Facebook were introducing here. But they are all in the video up the very, very top as well. Here. Okay, beautiful. Okie dokie. So just Slowly work your way through it. Slowly work your way through the process. Make sure that you got those reviews, you've got copies of your pages, you've got copies of the social posts, and you've got a backup of what you've been doing. And that's always good. Now, for those of you who don't know, or this is your first time attending one of these, Tuesdays is a pretty busy day in the office, especially when it's the first of the month. We have a skills webinar at 11 a.m. this morning with Kylie Martin, who is coming to join us and talk to us about setting up the financial foundations for your business success. So just over an hour's time. There's still time to register for the skills webinar. It's a freebie. You are welcome to join us. I'm just going to pop the link in for you now. If you want to register and come and join us for that one, do that. Otherwise, thank you for joining me for my first Tips Tuesday session back. Work your way through this Facebook process. It's not going to be too scary. I do promise you that we all get through these changes as we need to over time. And then you should be able to jump in and have a bit of fun and get started with it from there. So I'm excited to see you all back. I'm excited to be back for 2021. I go on a retreat for 3 days now. I go and teach people how to blog for their business, but I'll be back for the course creation kickstart in the start of February for those of you who are joining me for that one. Okay, guys, I'll see you around the group and I'll see you around social. Bye.